Hello, in today's video I'm going to teach you how to create movement just by adding force to your player game object, how to rotate your sprite around this axis, and the force will be always added according to the front direction of our sprite. Also we can add force, move and move back. So if you are going to like today's video, please put the like button and don't forget to subscribe. First, let's create new game object which will contain graphics of our ship. So from the graphics we have imported from Kenai and one side. Just choose the one you like the most. I will choose the simplest one. So rename it to player, and inside your assets folder create folder with name scripts. Okay, before we are going to start any scripting work, please add here rigid body to the glider. To find it you can go either for physics 2D, rigid body 2D, it's here, or you can just add component and write rigid body, but please be sure that you have chosen rigid body 2D. Okay, to start coding, go to your scripts folder, please create a C# script, and I will call it tutorial player controller. You can call it how you would like to. Okay, so let's press enter, double click to open, and we have to wait. Okay, it has opened on my other screen, so I will move the script here, and now we are ready to go. So first of all, to move our game okay, it's compiling. Okay, so to move our game object we need to access our rigid body 2D and add force to our rigid body. This is physics module of our player, so we will move our player using physics of the engine. So now when we will go to our script folder, you can delete all of that. Just first of all we need to create a reference for our rigid body 2D. So let's write private rigid body. Okay, let's press space. Rigid body 2D, and let's call it RB2D. Okay. Now in the start function is called once per initiation of the script. So when your scene will be started, the start attached to your player will be just the function will be executed once. Okay, so in the start function let's reference our rigid body 2D to get component rigid body 2D. So what this script does, it will just find the rigid body attached to a game object to which this script is attached to. So what it means? It means that if we now attach our tutorial player script to our player, so the reference to rigid body will be this one. Okay. So now when we have our rigid body, we would like to influence it somehow. But before we influence our rigid body, we need to know in which direction we would like to apply force to our rigid body. So let's create new variable, private. Let's make it float, and let's call it move direction. Okay, so in our update function we need to get in our update we would like to get a reference to our move direction. So to get move direction we are going to read horizontal, vertical inputs of our keyboard. So we will read our arrows, either W or S key button. Okay, so move direction is equal to input dot get axis vertical. And voila! Now this move direction will be checked every single frame updated on your screen. So if it's, for example, your game will be refreshed 60 frames per second, this will be updated, the move direction will be updated 60 times per second. Okay, so now what we would like to do, we would like to move. Yeah? So let's create function private void move. Or maybe we can do it public, maybe we are going to use it in the future. Let's call it public for the moment. Okay. And to move, we are going to add force to our rigid body. So to do that, let's write rigid body, add force, and what this function needs is argument. Sorry, it's not equal. As you see the hint here, we should add here what the force value we would like to add to our rigid body. So we are going to use transform dot up. Transform up is a vector. Okay, so transform up is a vector, this green one. So all the force added will be in line of this vector, either in the plus or on the minus. So if we are going back to our script, one more explanation here. This move direction will take value either -1 or +1. Okay, so we multiply transform up. Transform up is vector of 1.0. Okay, this is how the transform up looks inside. So x1, 0 on the y direction. So now let's multiply it by our move direction. So we'll multiply it by 1 or -1. Therefore we'll move according to the arrow I have showed you, upwards or downwards. I mean, we'll add the force upwards or downwards, and we'll multiply it by acceleration, which we haven't added yet. So acceleration, and before we will close this function, we can choose force mode, and for the force mode I would like to add force as an impulse. Okay, now let's create our acceleration value here. So for the acceleration we also create a value float, but this time let's make serialized field. And I will explain you what this serialized field, what is the benefit of this field. Let's write private float acceleration. Okay, so when field is private, is protected, so normally you will not see it from the Unity editor level. But if you make this field serialized, so you should be able to put values here. So let's give a second for the script to compile. And there is error with our script, that's why it's not compiled. What's the error? It should be, force mode 2D. Okay. So now, when our script is compiled, you can see here we can choose our acceleration level. Okay, so let's get back to our scripting. Yeah, let's test if it works. Yeah, so let's put maybe, where is our acceleration? Let's put value 2 and let's check if it works. Okay, so our player is dropping down because we have forget to change gravity scale. Put it here 0 and let's press play. And still nothing happens because, yeah, why nothing happens? We forget to add our move function in our update. So let's create fixed update here. All the physics calculation needs to be done according to, let's say, to proper approach to fixed update. Of course, it will work when you will put it in update, but this game might behave different depending on the speed of your computer if you will put your move function in update loop. So it's preferred to do it in a fixed update. Okay, so let's get back to Unity. And press W. Yeah, it works. But as you can see here, I can speed up. Yeah, there is no limit how much I can speed up. So we need to clamp our velocity of our game object. So to do that, we need to clamp our rigid body to that velocity. Okay, so let's make it equal to new vector 2, and we need to clamp both value x and y. So we'll use function called clamp, matf dot clamp and here this function takes value and it clamps this value by minimum and maximum. So we need to put also maximum and minimum value which we would like to have. So let's put serialized field. Once again, should be private float, so we can copy that, and let's put max speed. Okay, so now if we are going to use maximum speed, first we need to put rigid body to the dot velocity dot x, and we'll clamp by max speed and max speed, but one of them has to be maximum speed, so let's multiply it by -1. Okay, so the maximum speed will be the same on the x value as in the y value, but we'll have the same maximum speed in two directions. Let's put comma and same for the y value. So here we have y. Okay, and yeah, and voila, we have our speed clamped now. So let's test it. Yeah, so we need to change our max speed here. Let's put maybe 3. Here we can put maybe 1. And let's press play. So as you can see here, now we cannot go faster than our setup max speed. Okay, so what's left for us to be done today is it's to be able to rotate our player. So let's create function rotate, and to rotate we'll use again rigid body 2D dot rotation. Sorry, let's use move rotation. And now what we need to give to our function will be rigid body 2D dot rotation, so it's current rotation of our body. To the rotation we need to add our rotation speed. We need to create this value, of course. So once again, let's make a serialize field and rotation speed. And now we'll multiply it. So we'll multiply this rotation speed by rotation direction, which we also need to create. Okay, so rotation direction will be exactly the same as our move direction, but this time we'll move by horizontal. So we'll take horizontal input values from our keyboard. And we haven't created the value yet. Okay, so private followed rotation direction. Now it should be okay. It should be fully compiled now. So let's put rotation speed maybe 5. Let's press play. Yeah, okay, so rotation is still not working. So save once again, go back to Unity, press play. Now we can rotate, we can speed up. Yeah, so we're able to fully move our ship as we would like to. I have few more issues here. It's more like cosmetics, but I think acceleration is too big, so maybe let's put it like .15. Rotation speed is okay, but I would like to have linear drag. This will let us to slow down. Okay, let's put save and let's test our new values. And now, yeah, this works much better. Okay, one more issue. I don't know why, but when I turn right, my ship turn left. So to fix it, let's just put here. Yeah, let's multiply it by -1, and it should fix the issue. Okay. So let's press play. Okay, turns left. Yeah, speed is added correctly. Yeah, and it slows down when I'm not pressing anything. Perfect. That's what I would like to achieve. Okay, so if you liked today's video, please don't forget to press the like button and to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.